I would love to know, like, how is it that you're doing what you're doing now? Like you had a thing, you got to a place where you could take this trip, and then everything changed. So what was it?
Yeah, so I had an amazing career, right? Like I love the career that I've had and continue to have as a result via I'm a consultant now. So we'll get to that. But the career I had, I loved. I adored it. I was in like robotics. My LinkedIn profile is like robot princess, right? Like I am such a nerd when it comes to these things. And so, I had a fantastic career and I just got burnt out and I was exhausted. I did mergers and acquisitions integrations for the last chunk of my career in corporate, and it's exhausting. It's emotionally taxing. It's draining. And I was just feeling empty, right? And like a lot of other people, 2020 wasn't great for me. I had a couple losses. Like I lost two of my cats and my mom in quick succession, and was just looking for purpose, right? I remember when my mom was passing in the hospital and my uncle was there and asked me if I was going to be okay. And literally one cat was in August, another was October, my mom was November. And he looked at me and said, "Are you going to be okay?" And I said, "I'm going to be just a little weirder on the other side of all of this," right? Because
Ooh, I like that
you're
answer.
going to be different,
Yeah.
right? Like there's no way that you're not, but you just don't know how. And so I, was trying to figure out, do I fit in corporate? Do I not? I don't, right? I mean, I just don't, right? I'm the person who moved her head like a chicken
That's
outside the
exactly what
window.
I'm thinking.
That doesn't usually work in corporate, right? Like it's not like I am an acquired taste for most, right? And so I knew so there was a role open. It was an executive level role. I really wanted it, but I figured I wouldn't get it. I put my name in the hat for it, so I applied. But I was like, I'm not going to get it. And do I really want to go through the process if I know I'm not going to get it? Do I really want to be an executive in corporate? Right? Like, what does that mean? I would have to fundamentally change who I was. And am I okay with that? Your trip came up. I saw it like it was during COVID. So I think you had to push the dates. And then so like some spots opened up and I had been eyeing your trip. And I was like, okay, if you decide to not go for this role, you can go on the trip. Right. And so I sat with it, whatever. I emailed the hiring manager and said, hey, I'm going to withdraw. The minute I hit send, I logged onto your site and signed up for your trip.
I love it.
So like
You are my people.
yeah, exactly. Right. Like it was so freeing. And then I got home and I think what Patagonia had done, so I had done a lot of solo travel, right? I had done not a lot, but a good amount of travel, right? Leading up to that. A lot of it was tied to work. I had done a couple road trips by myself, right? But as you said, Patagonia will change your life, right? It's like the winds of change, right? And I got home and things just didn't feel like they fit anymore. As transformational trips will do to you, or do for you, as I've experienced over the past few years, they'll catapult your life, right? Or be the catalyst for change. And this was. I wasn't super stoked. I had just done a beautiful remodel on a townhouse that I had owned. And the complex had some pest issues that I don't particularly agree or want to deal with, right? And I was like, you know what? I don't want to be here. I'm just going to sell it. And my agent was like, you literally just bought it. I was like, I don't care. I'm selling it. And when I decided to sell it, I was like, oh, well, I won't have a mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
I have one cat. Let me just live a simpler life. Like, I can quit work now. Right? Because I had been wanting to quit for probably 2 or 3 years. And I had been taught through my sobriety journey, right? And mentors and things like that, and through therapy to like not make rash decisions, right? To think things through. And so I called a mentor and she was like, you've been wanting to do this for 2 years, just do it. And giving my notice at corporate was so I grew up very poor, right? Like food stamps, no electricity at times, no heat, right? So to feel comfortable quitting a very lucrative job, knowing that the universe will catch me, was like mind blowing for myself. But this is like courage, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, courage to do the things that scare us, knowing that things will work out. Like, I can always get a job, but I needed to speak to my soul. And so I did
Yeah.
it. So I gave notice, I quit, and I pretty much have not stopped traveling since. Now, I do consult, right? So, I mean, I work about 20 hours a week. Sometimes it's a little more, sometimes it's a little less. But it allows me the flexibility to work from where I want to most of the time. There'll times I need to be on site and stuff. But, um, I consulted from a van in Norway for like 3 weeks in the summer of
Wow.
23. It was probably
So
my
nice.
favorite trip ever, right? And so, but it gives me the freedom to be me.